Assalamu alaikum and welcome to another deep dive.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
So today we're going to be going over Surah Alaq and focusing specifically on the beginning verses of the surah.
That sounds good.
Yeah, this is the very first verses revealed to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him.
Yeah, that's right.
And it kind of sets the stage for
It really does.
the rest of the Quran,
Absolutely.
So I thought it'd be interesting to start our deep dive there and
Perfect place to start.
yeah, and see what we can kind of tease out of these verses.
Yeah. And like you were saying, what a way to begin a revelation, right?
I know, it's so powerful, right?
Yeah, just incredible.
Okay, so the surah starts with, read, in the name of your Lord who created. So simple yet
Profound.
so profound.
Yeah, and it's interesting, the very first word, read, sets the tone for the entire Quran.
Yeah, it's an invitation to knowledge, right?
Absolutely, it's all about seeking knowledge and understanding.
Yeah, and then it connects this act of seeking knowledge to the divine right away, in the name of your Lord who created.
Yeah, that connection is crucial. It's like knowledge itself is a form of worship.
I like that. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
it goes on to describe the creation of man, right? Created man from a clinging clot.
Yeah, this is so powerful, this imagery, it reminds us of our humble beginnings.
Yeah, it's like a grounding force. It's easy to forget where we came from.
Absolutely, and that word clinging clot, it's not just a biological description, it also speaks to our vulnerability,
Right.
our dependence on a higher power,
Yeah, we're not self-sufficient, right, from the very beginning.
right?
And then the surah shifts gears a little bit, right?
Yeah,
It goes on to say, read, and your Lord is the most generous, who taught by the pen taught humanity what they knew not.
yeah, it's beautifully connecting creation, knowledge, and this idea of divine generosity.
Right. Allah is the most generous, the one who gave us this gift of knowledge.
Through the pen, right? The symbol of writing and learning.
Yeah, it's amazing how knowledge is presented as this divine gift.
And something that elevates us.
Absolutely elevates us from a state of ignorance.
Yes, exactly.
And then the tone kind of shifts again. There's a warning there, right?
Yeah.
Most certainly, one exceeds all bounds once they think they're self-sufficient.
That's right. It's a caution against arrogance.
Yeah, it's like a reminder that true knowledge should lead to humility, not pride.
Exactly. And acknowledging that we're not self-sufficient.
Right, that we depend on Allah for everything.
Yes.
And then the surah gives us this very specific example. Indeed, as for him who hinders the servant of Allah from prayer and says, what if this servant is rightly guided or encourages righteousness?
It's highlighting the seriousness of interfering with someone's path to Allah.
Yeah, it's not just about preventing someone from praying, it's about obstructing their spiritual growth, their connection with their Creator.
Absolutely. And you know those questions, right? What if this servant is rightly guided? It's almost mocking, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like questioning someone's sincerity.
Yeah, it highlights the arrogance of thinking we know what's best for someone else's spiritual journey.
Right, we should be encouraging each other, not hindering each other.
Exactly.
And then he goes on to say, what if that man persists in denial and turns away?
And then that powerful reminder, does he not know that Allah sees all?
It's a direct challenge to those who choose to ignore the truth.
Yeah, and a reminder of our accountability.
Our actions have consequences, right?
Absolutely. And, those next few verses get pretty intense.
They do, yeah.
If he does not desist, we will certainly drag him by the forelock, a lying, sinful forelock. So let him call his associates. We will call the wardens of hell.
The imagery there is so powerful, being dragged by the forelock, the mention of hellfire.
It really drives home the point.
It does, yeah, the consequences of our actions.
Right, and the seriousness of choosing to go against the divine will.
And then after that warning, the surah shifts again and ends with this message of encouragement. Again, no, never obey him. Rather, continue to prostrate and draw near to Allah.
Yeah, this is directed at the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, urging him to stay strong in his mission.
Yeah, don't listen to those who try to hinder you. Stay focused on Allah.
Right. Seek closeness to Allah through prayer and devotion.
It's amazing how it started with read and ends with drawing near to Allah.
It's like a full circle, right? Knowledge should ultimately lead us closer to our Creator.
That's such a beautiful way to put it, yeah.
Yeah,
So much to think about in these verses, right?
absolutely.
What does it really mean to read in the name of Allah?
Right. How do we stay true to our faith in a world full of distractions?
So many challenges, but these verses give us a roadmap,
Yeah, a foundation to build upon.
Well, thank you for joining me on this deep dive.
It's been my pleasure.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.